Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, A Content 49. In the previous video, we discussed how a data scientist approaches a real business problem. We learned that every AI project starts with three simple steps. The first step is to understand the business goal. The second step is to identify where AI can actually help. And the third step is to identify the data needed to build those AI solutions. And today, we're going to continue exactly from there. Let's get started. We already know that a company wants to launch a new music streaming platform to compete with Spotify, Amazon Music, and Ghana. Now imagine that the business team has finalized a few possible business goals for this product. As a data scientist, this is where our journey begins. Our responsibility is to understand the business goal, identify where AI can create value, and design the right solution. So let us look at the business goals we have. For this project, we are going to focus on two goals. The first is better personalization, and the second is regional language music. Now, let us see how AI can help us achieve these business goals. There are several ways AI can help us improve personalization in Echo Music, like song recommendation system, personalized playlist generation, music preference modeling, next song prediction, similar regional recommendations. All these can add value to the Echo Music. But we do not need to build everything at once. We want to start with the features that can make the biggest difference to the listening experience and also give us strong foundation for the rest of the platform. So for this project, we're going to start with two features: song recommendation system and personalized playlist generation. Now, if regional language music is one of our key business goals, there are several ways AI can help us make that experience better. For example, we can build natural language music search, language-based playlist generation, language-aware song recommendations, automatic song language tagging, artist and song similarity. We're going to start with two features that can give the user a completely different way to discover regional music. That would be natural language music search and AI playlist generator. These two features will allow user to describe what they want in their own words instead of simply searching by song or artist name. Now imagine this. You open Echo Music, type something like this: create a Telugu playlist for a 30-minute morning workout. Now think about what should happen next. Echo Music should understand the request, identify the language, activity, and duration, find the right songs, and generate a playlist that matches the request. That is the experience we're going to build. Now, you might be wondering, how are we actually going to build these features? Each feature will need a different set of AI building blocks. So let us look at them one by one. Let us start with a song recommendation system. The first thing we need to understand is what kind of music does the user like. We will use machine learning to learn patterns from the user's listening behavior. Embeddings will help us understand the similarity between songs, artists, and users. And finally, ranking techniques will help us decide which songs should appear at the top of users' recommendations. So each building block has a clear role in making our recommendations better. Now let us look at personalized playlists. Creating a good playlist is not just about picking a few songs. It should match the user's preferences, their mood, their activity, and their listening habits. We'll use large language models to understand what the user is asking for. Prompt engineering will help us guide the model to create a playlist that matches the user's request. And AI agents can help us gather required information, make the necessary decisions, and put everything together into personalized playlist. Now let's look at natural language search. Instead of asking users to search using exact song names, we want them to simply describe what they want. For example, play relaxing Telugu songs for studying. Embeddings will help us understand the meaning of the user's request. A vector database will help us find the most relevant songs. And RAG will bring the relevant information together to provide a more meaningful response. And finally, let's look at our AI playlist generator. This is where we bring several of our capabilities together. For example, a user might ask, create a Telugu playlist for a 30 minutes workout. That request has multiple requirements: activity, duration, possibly even mood. The large language model will understand users' complete request. LangGraph will help us manage and coordinate the different steps involved. MCP can help Echo Music connect with external tools or services when needed. And finally, AI agents will bring these steps together to generate the final playlist. So now we have a clear idea of how we are going to approach these AI features. Know what we want to build, and we have an initial idea of the building blocks we may need. We'll explore each of these in detail as we build. Today, we completed our second milestone. Selected our business goals, identified the AI opportunities, and finalized the features we are going to build. I have spent enough time on these decisions because they form the foundation of our entire project. From this point onwards, everything we build will follow this direction. By the end of this playlist, all of these features will come together inside our AI-powered music platform called Echo Music. So before we move to the next step, let us quickly recap what we have decided. Our two business goals are better personalization and regional language music. From these, we have selected 4 AI use cases: sound recommendation system, personalized playlist generation, natural language music search, and AI playlist generator. If any of these ideas interest you, try thinking about how we would build them. Now, before we start building any of these features, we need one very important thing, that's data. So in the next video, we'll identify the data we need for each of these AI features, understand where we can collect it, and most importantly, why we need it. Once we have the data, we perform statistical analysis and carry out hypothesis testing, engineer meaningful features, and then start building our machine learning and AI solutions. Before we move to the next video, if you are building Echo Music, what information would you want to know about the users and the songs? Think about it. We'll build the complete dataset in the next video. Thank you.